Fear of failure is good. Fear of failure will keep you up at night, planning and rehearsing and going over contingencies. Fear of failure will keep you training hard.
What's up, RicoCap family and traders? We are back again for another weekly recap on what the hell happened in the market and how our trades went, how we navigated through it. So I'm going to go over just SPY and Q and some of our banger trades and how we absolutely killed it this week. It was a monster week for us and we came out very strong. So kind of recapping Friday as we kind of broke to new all-time highs, ended up holding as we kind of flagged right there, and I already made a video about this already, but we flagged right there and I gave a overnight swing going into this week. We slammed the 583s for 1017, so Thursday expiration of this week, right, going into Monday. And as you can see, we gapped up, and Monday was actually a bank holiday, so this was very low volume. So not only did we gap up into our zone, we opened up pretty well above, and I knew we'd run to 582 and then 585 as our level, putting our calls in the money, and that's exactly what happened. So we ran to 582 there and absolutely crushed it, right? We slammed more calls and rode them up to the 585, and you know, we're pretty much all out. And just kind of waited to see what would happen there. I was a little nervous that we did create gaps below on SPY and Q. And so we wanted to go in, you know, Tuesday a little bit more fresh and just see kind of how we would do on that. But we did roll up to the 587s, like right around here, and rode them up and, you know, sold them for a really good gain right there. So moving on to the next day, right? So we opened up, not much change. And so we knew we had a big week with unemployment news Thursday and Netflix earnings were the two main drivers kind of going into that. So today we opened up, or this Tuesday we opened up, right? And so we're up and we're kind of not trusting it yet. I would need to saw 585 27 break for us to the upside for me to want to take it more calls on SPY. But we knew SPY was a lot stronger than QQQ. So as we're kind of holding up here, we're kind of scanning the market, and at the same time here, we saw Apple ripping above our 232 level, and we saw pre-market just absolutely bank. So we saw it ripping. I'm doing this on live, right? So we saw a dip, and as we started coming back up, and I saw buyers were very strong here. I ended up slamming the 237 call end of week, right? Got it for like 170 bucks, like right here, and it pushed to our 236 level and then to our 237 level perfectly. I mean, perfectly, 237.49. So we got in like 170 bucks. They ended up running to, you know, 210 plus. Nice little move as the market was kind of gearing up there. Second thing after that was the QQQ puts right here. So we were in a flag on QQQ, and Q was a lot weaker, and I told the team we're looking for strictly puts on QQQ. So QQQ did have that gap up from Friday into Monday. I kept that in mind. Q was a lot weaker here. So as we were done with Apple and we kind of started seeing this knife, we ended up slamming the 394 puts right about here, Lotto, knowing these would go in the money, and it just knifed to eat the rest of that gap right here. I mean, beautifully knifed all the way to 491 and then 489. And our puts, you know, we slammed those for about 170 right around here, knifed all the way down. They ran to 382, 400 plus. 400 plus, I mean, 200% trade, beautiful. And so we saw, again, flagging going into the next day, and I mean, very, very easy. I told the team, you know, let's do less, right? 2 for 2 on Tuesday. Let's do less and see. I already knew how we're setting up here. So we're flagging on QQQ right at open. We slammed the 489s, and this was the target right here, 489, and then possibly 486. Right at open, it opened up under our zone here, and we got those for about $1, 1 minute into open, and these ran to 200 plus. So 100 to 200 plus, over 100%. Beautiful move right there. And then from there, right, we turned our attention back to SPY. SPY barely barely even, you know, pulled back on, you know, Wednesday there. So I knew this was a sign. If we ended up holding 580, 579, and that's what SPY did. We bounced right back. We hit our 579, came right back to our demand, held that. And as we kind of ran up here, I wanted to see if we held to 580, we'd run to 582, exactly what I told the team. We ran exactly that to 582 level. And as we got to right here, I knew we were kind of near close. I knew we were good to go going into unemployment. I wanted to see strength, right? I wanted to see signs, and there were signs across the market, Nvidia, SPY. They wouldn't have broke downtrend here if we weren't going higher. So we slammed the 585 calls right here into close. So a little bit of sideways action, love that. Into close for the 585 target, and then 587 if we went higher. But we slammed those right here for $120 overnight swing, and we gapped up beautifully. And right at open, right, we opened up 586, so our calls were in the money. We got them for $120. They ran to 260 plus, all out at the top, and that's what I told the team, guys. We're gonna get all out here, right at the top, and then maybe maybe sell 75%, 25%, stops of a buy. We gapped up, and I don't like that. We need to see if we're gonna either hold or we'll eat these gaps. And if we do, we're slamming QQQ puts right back to it, right? So we started knifing, and of course, team sold. We all got out. Beautiful trade there. We immediately turned our attention to QQQ because it did open up inside our 496 supply. It couldn't break it pre-market, so that was a pretty clear indication, especially right at open. We just started seeing that selling. Right here, as we started knifing up, we saw that next candle push up. We ended up slamming those. I think we ended up slamming 491s. Yeah, right up here. 492s, I think, QQ puts, and we knifed straight down to 491 was our target. So went pretty fast. I think our price was like 130, ended up getting out at 180 plus or 170 plus. Kept it small, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't, a banger, super banger. We should have got in a lot sooner, but it happened so fast, right? The first 15 minute, second 15 minute, it was a 45-minute trade, completely done here, with a little bit of wicking on both sides. So we got that done. I wanted team completely out because look how they bounced it right back, came right back down. We still have some of this gap left. Now, we didn't swing anything else going into Friday because it was Netflix's earnings. Netflix earnings actually absolutely dipped and ripped, so we did gap up again going into Friday here, and absolute sideways chop. We totally expected this on Friday. Turning back to SPY though, we saw its complete chop some more. SPY ended up closing the gap at open. So puts could have worked kind of back down for a $2 move. That would have worked. We slowly grinded right back, and we're right back at all-time highs as we're creeping back up. This was very low volume, chop. So very key takeaway here is if SPY or an index is rising on low volume, generally speaking, it is an indicator of a very bullish momentum. So close the gap, so we're not even worried about that. We have a little bit left from Wednesday into Thursday. We're not worried about that just right now. We absolutely slow grinded up, and I do have our targets at 587 next, 587, and then 580 or 590 right as our next targets up. Let's see if we can hit that, but I'm loving this higher low right now going into next week. And this is looking beautiful, right? We came back up, higher low, back up, higher low, boom. We should see that next leg up. But we're absolutely killing it, right? Keeping it simple, right? And we're just doing less, winning more. That's really how we do it at RicoCapital. So less trades, more winning. Be patient with the trades, guys, especially if we have time on it. We slammed 588 calls into close and 1023 expiration. So what is that, Wednesday, Thursday of next week? We have time. Let's see what happens. Let's see. We got to take that calculated move. Right now, we held that demand, 582, risk on here. We got up here. We made intraday new all-time highs briefly. So that tells me, especially with this wick right here, that tells me buyers are very, very aggressive here. So we should see a push up into Monday, Tuesday. Let's see what happens. We'll bank on these calls, keep it pushing, and just play day by day with the zones. So very fun week, monster week. A lot of members killed it. Let me brag on some of the members, right? My boy Jock caught that SPY overnight play over 100% right there. Burks, I'm turning him into a sniper. I'm turning everyone into a sniper, but Burks, we've been working one-on-one on the mentorship, and look at his week. Beautiful. I'm showing off that SPY overnight swing banger. I really wish I could have trimmed some of it, but then I'm so glad I couldn't trim because it forced me to lock in the whole position swing. We got Lamborghini 2020. He's a new member and he's up killing it. 33% on the day for him. Donut's back. First day back on Donut, and he got 20% on his account. First day back. Beautiful. More Jackie's killing it. Burks sniper mode, right? More sniper mode. Showing off more gains. CJS up $392. You know what I'm saying? So we have members killing 5% on the day right there. Rocco Taco, 90% on some SPYs. Oh, man. And we got Jimmy absolutely crushing it on multiple positions. So if you want to join the team, wap.com/RicoCapital. RicoCap member service gets you my live trades, access to Discord, all the stuff in there. If you want to work one-on-one with me, I do have different pricing for that. I literally share my screen. We talk one-on-one. We go over things. I help you with whatever you need. I got voice live if you want to hear me and share my screen live when we trade, Mondays and Tuesdays. It's fun. Free Discord, get in there. Free talk with us. We're throwing out free ideas, free plays, whatever. We're having fun. You want to support the channel, go ahead and support the channel. Whatever you need, mindset coaching, all that. So whatever you need, go for it. And of course, RicoCapital, main Twitter, give me a follow. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with your friends, family, aunties, your great distant uncle. You never know who needs it, right? So we're locked in. And then this is our recap for the, third week of October? Third week of October, locked in. We're going into next week and we're looking a really good month so far. So this is the recap and I'll see you on the next video.